And we are back again with another tutorial. So we are going to be looking at the business to customer API right now. So first of all, what you need to know is that for you to be able to make these withdrawals, you need to have something in your B2C balance. So let's just go ahead and make a quick top up. I think the least you can do is 10 shillings is the least you can withdraw. So let me just go ahead and top that up. So let me recharge my wallet like so. Enter the amount right there and just input my phone number. And then just prompt that. Initiating the prompt. And they got it. Perfect. So I've just topped that up. So we have a balance to work with. Then now let's go back to the development side. Let me just refresh, make sure that's topped up. Yeah, so that's topped up. So let's go back to the documentation and go into the initiate business to customer payout. So there are a few things you need to know about having B2C and using it when it comes to PAL Plus API. You need to have your KYC approved, which is your know your customer, where you upload your documents, which is a compliance thing. It's not really specific to PAL Plus. All the payment gateways do it. And after that, you need to have a sufficient balance. We've gone over that. And the wallet balance is debited immediately when the request is accepted. So what does that mean? It means that the service tokens will be deducted immediately when you make the request. So make sure you have everything in order before you initiate that request. Cool beans. Okay, so we have the callback right here. You can see the structure. So very well structured, very easy to work with. So yeah, we have our B2C topped up. Our service wallet has enough. This is where you will be deducted, the transaction cost that we discussed even in the previous video. And yeah, so that should be self-explanatory. Failure and reversal. If it declines or times out, it will automatically just make a chargeback. So you don't even have to worry about that. It will be fine. So authorization is going to be using the bearer token. So go ahead and create one under your API keys. Go ahead and create one. I have one already. So I don't want to reveal my API keys, but I can still do that because I'll still revoke them anyway. So that's still okay. So yeah, let's just go ahead and initiate that B2C request. So you can go ahead and initiate with Carl. I got a comment last time where someone wanted to use TypeScript or JavaScript. It's fine. You can just always just change it from right here, depending on which language you want to use. You will have some code snippets available from there. So let's just go ahead. Let me use PHP. This channel was made on the backs of PHP. Then let me just create a new folder like so. Let me create PAL plus B2C. PAL plus B2C tutorial. And like I said in the last one, all this code will be available on GitHub. So if you get lost in any point, you'll be able to just refer back to that and you'll be okay. So don't even worry about that. Everything is okay. So let's get that full screen. Let me just increase it a bit for you guys. Maybe that will help because I know some of you guys be watching these videos on mobile. So I don't want to inconvenience you. So we have that up and running, an empty folder like so. So we could start cooking now. So let me just create an index.php like so. And then let me just paste that snippet. So basically we're initializing Carl and making a request to this particular endpoint. We have all these options set, everything from the amount, the phone number, a reference, a description, and then the callback URL. So let me just let me edit this to this amount. Yeah, that's okay. And then I'm just gonna put my phone number. So the reference is just for you to be able to, the system to know what this was for. The description, self-explanatory, commission payouts, you can say salaries, winnings, whatever. Callback is just where you'll be getting the data sent back from the structure we had seen once it's successful. So yeah, let's go ahead and test this. But before we go ahead and get ahead of ourselves, we need to have the authorization for this. So for that, you will generate your key. Let me just paste mine like so, which I'll revoke later. And okay, disclaimer, this is for tutorial purposes only. You should never, and I mean never, expose any of your keys on the front end like this. They should definitely be in an env file. Cool? Yeah, we cool. And since we are testing this locally, we'll get an error because it will attempt to check for the SSL, and we'll find that we're running this on localhost, which is a big no-no. So let's just go ahead and change that. So let me set it up so that it will ignore that. Yep. And call options, verify hosts. That's not accurate. Boom, babushka. Yeah. So this should work perfectly. We should have no issues with the SSL now. Yeah. So let's go ahead and test this. First of all, let me make sure the default browser is okay. I don't want it opening up Microsoft Edge. No one's trying to use Edge. That's actually crazy. So default. And I know before I see that comment, yes, I would love to switch from Windows, but most of the software I use is actually dependent on Windows, so I'm kind of stuck. I really can't be asked to switch. Okay, we have that. Let's go ahead and open that up with a live server, like so. So here we have it right here, and boom, there it is. I have received. Let me see if I can share the screen recording. There it is. So as you can see, let me just share. I'll share a screenshot right here. Yeah, so I have the screenshot of that particular transaction. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this on our VS Code. Let me open that up and say perfect. Let's take a look at that. So as you can see, this payout has been accepted and it has been sent out. So that's why it's in the state of processing. Now, where you would get the confirmation is the callback. So that's why we have to now consume the callback URL if you want to get confirmation for that. But as you can see, you get pretty much all the information here. The channel that is associated with this account, which is the main till number that I connected under payment channels. Don't be confused about that. It is right here. We looked at it last tutorial. So make sure if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check it out. Payment channels is just basically where you add your till, pay bill, or your bank account number. Cool. So yeah, that is a simple B2C API request using Pile Plus. If you want me to go further into looking at all these other SDKs, doing this in other languages, make sure you let me know. But that was it for now. That was a quick one. Hope you guys found value from this. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and maybe share it.